December 11th, 2023 meeting to order. Ms. Bryant, would you give us the invocation, please, ma'am?
Dear Lord, we come to you today asking for guidance, wisdom, and support during this meeting. Allow us to grow closer as a group and nurture the bonds of the community. Amen.
Thank you, ma'am. May I have a motion for approval of the agenda?
So moved. Second.
Properly moved and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, likewise, the ayes have it. John, do we have any public comments?
Yes, sir. Mr. James Darrell Williams.
Mr. Williams?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Darrell Williams, and my home is located in the Calhoun Fire District, the fire station that supports us. And I'm here tonight to support the Calhoun Fire Station in their request for a new fire engine. I truly believe that this new engine is needed for several reasons. The new engine, I think it will provide our volunteer firemen with a modern firefighting equipment, which will enable them to perform their duties faster and more efficiently. Secondly, I think that a new fire engine will provide a more reliable means of responding to calls and also fighting fires. Now, this is really important because, every second counts when lives are at stake. And finally, I think that by the Calhoun Fire Station having a modern firefighting vehicle, it's going to provide safety for them to be able to get back to their family safely while they provide protection for our community. Thank you so much for your time and consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Williams.
Thank you.
Someone else, John?
That's it, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. No more public comments. May I have a motion for approval of the minutes, November 27th?
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, likewise, the ayes have it. Committee report, the Economic Development Corporation.
Mr. Chairman, I have a report on that.
Okay.
First of all, I'd like to just let everybody know what the Economic Development Corporation, and a little bit about what it is. It is a 501c3 that was formed back in 2015 in order to try to promote development of economics in the county. And it's a nonprofit. It is set up with some bylaws. The bylaws are rather extensive. The bylaws call for certain people to be on it by position. In particular, it calls for the chairman of county council, the vice chairman, who is me in this case, and the administrator, and a secretary, or is the fourth one. Anyhow, we had a meeting on last Thursday, right after our agenda setting meeting, and what we did was we got brought up to speed on 3 proposed economic development projects in the county, which are at this point are executive session items. But I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that we had met and that we have this, we are up to speed. And like I say, now the funding for the county gets some economic development funds, but they also, when this thing was set up and when we started getting into multi-county industrial parks, there is a percentage of the money from the multi-county industrial parks that goes into the kitty as well, and all that's used to buy properties or whatever else is needed in order to encourage development in the county.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Westbury. Under appearances, Mr. Zachary Tarrant.
Thank you, Council and Administration, for allowing us to be here tonight. So what we're here for is our 10U and 12U All-Star soccer teams. We want to recognize them. They participated in the 2023 SCAP, which is South Carolina Athletic Program's state soccer tournament. This past 2 weekends ago in Clemson, South Carolina. They unfortunately did come up a little bit short, but it was a great experience for them, as this is our first year with the 12U, which means 12 and under, team moving forward to that state tournament. And as you guys remember, last year, the 10U, which is 10 and under team, came fourth last year, so this is our second year with them. So we want to recognize both of those teams and the coaches that are here today. So I'm gonna read off the rosters just to recognize each player. The ones that are here, please come forward. And coaches, y'all can come forward as well if you guys want to say any words. So I'm gonna just recognize each player. Liam Aguilar, Philip Bryan, Makai Ellis, Walker Lanham, Ariel Riviera Canado, Kevin Rodriguez, Dorian Sanchez, Jade Sanchez, Aslan Shekut, Christopher Tamayo, Jason Tamayo, Julie Ward, and Jesse Warsencroft. So that is our 10U. So these kids are all 10 and under. They played, like I said, they played in a tournament in Clemson 2 weeks ago. So we're very proud of them for doing that. And our 12U, our 12 and under team, we have Christina Hare, Lillian Keating, Mike Maroney, Ivan Nunez, Justin Nunez, Luis Nunez, Kenny Ramos, Leah Sanchez, Matea Siriano, Nayeli Vergara, and Griffin Ward. Now, both of these teams here were coached by Mr. Cesar Tamayo and Mr. Randy Hughes. So parents, if y'all want to take a photo, you can. Move this back a little bit. Now, council, we will definitely want to recognize them for participating in these tournaments, but we also want to showcase the county as well, because all these kids here are from all the way up in Sandy Run to all the way down in Cameron. So we have a various wide variety of kids from the entire county. So,
Would any of the coaches, anybody, parents or something like to make any comments?
coaches, y'all want to say a few words? Randy, Caesar?
The only thing I gotta say, we're excited to play on my new fields. Hopefully we can play there this coming year.
Yeah, so that's the other thing, you know, wanting to bring these kids up here to show you guys the commitment that you made for the sports complex, because these are the kids here that will benefit from it over anybody else. Yes, we want the pickleballers, the tennis players, the walkers, all that stuff, but these kids here and all the kids in our soccer and football programs will benefit for the most part from that complex. So we want to thank everybody that was a part of this. So thank you.
Thank you. Any council member have any comments? No, I'd just like to say, Zach, we appreciate the job you guys are doing. This is what it was all about when we talked about the sport complex, about our youngsters having something to do. And I see that we quickly are moving forward. So again, from the council, we appreciate the coaches, because we know you're sacrificing your time free. So we appreciate what you guys are doing. And again, from the council, we want to thank you all for what you're doing. Congratulations.
Thank you,
Thank you.
all good. Appreciate you guys.
Great job, y'all.
That might have been a 12.
Okay, next we have appearance from the Calhoun County Fire Commission, the request for capital funds pending FEMA grant approval.
Good evening, members of council. My name is Mitch Stable. I'm a commissioner on Calhoun County Fire Commission. and Fire Chief of Station 7, Calhoun. Calhoun has changed a lot in 43 years we've served the citizens of Calhoun County. As of spring 2023, we have 100, in our coverage areas, 146 homes, 216 agricultural buildings and barns, as well as 16 commercial facilities, 10 miles of Interstate 26, as well as several major highways to protect. I'm sure this number is only going to continue to rise. Our call volume also continues to rise. 2015, we ran 210 calls. 2022, we ran 500 calls. We have an aging fleet of equipment that we are working on better ways to get newer equipment that will carry us into the future in Calhoun County. Our board has spent a lot of time looking at 3, 5, and 10 years to identify our needs and set goals. As our area grows with new homes and businesses, we, the fire service, have to be prepared to grow so we can protect the taxpayers in Calhoun County. The Chairman Hagler's help, we have spent countless hours working on writing a FEMA grant to help us replace a 32-year-old pumper. We feel very strongly that we will get this grant, and we need the support of council that when we win, you will fund the balance of the truck. FEMA asks that we have a commitment from our county that the match money will be committed prior to applying. I want to stress we don't need money tonight, just a commitment. And if we win, you will budget the money to help us. I'd like to ask one of my firefighters at Calhoun to come up on behalf of the station and present some information about this truck.
Members of council, on behalf of Station 7, Calhoun, I'd like to present some information on this truck. Our board worked extremely hard in looking to the future. We have a 32-year-old truck now that's only getting older that we're trying to take out of service and replace. But in doing that, we didn't want to replace it with a truck that was only going to last 5 or 10 years. So we looked to find the future of firefighting and define the future of firefighting and what we could do to put a truck in service that would protect the citizens of Calhoun County, not today, but 20 and 25 years down the road. We identified a truck, we put that truck out to bid, and we received 3 bids back on the truck. The truck we chose to go with is a 2024 Metro Star Custom Cab. It'll seat 6 firefighters, has 1 driver, and 5 passengers with SCBAs. Has a 21-inch extended front bumper with fire hose in the front bumper for attacking car fires, an 1,100-gallon water tank, 1,500 GPM hail pump capable of 2,250 gallons delivery. This truck also has 2 key things to us. A Wilbur light tower, which when we get on a scene at night, whether it's a residential house or whether it's a car wreck on a highway, this light plant raises up and illuminates the entire area so that we can safely see what we're doing to operate. But the big thing this truck has, which is something that to our knowledge only 1 station in the county has, is the CAF system. The CAF system is a compressed air foam system that provides for faster knockdown time to do greater heat transfer through the foam blanket. CAF simultaneously attacks all 3 sides of the fire triangle while improving the wetting agent of water. Simply said, CAF system reduces our need for water by 67%. That's a huge deal for us when we're a rural county with very limited fire hydrants. If we can reduce the water it takes to fight a structure fire in someone's home and get in and save their family and cut our water use by 67%, we can save property faster. We can do it at a cheaper cost. We can do it safer for our firefighters. This truck is the future of firefighting. Unfortunately, the future comes with cost. This truck is $810,000. We feel that we can get a grant from FEMA to cover $452,380.95 of this truck, leaving a balance of $357,619.05. Prior to applying We don't need the money, we don't necessarily even need to know where the money's coming from. We just need a commitment that if we apply and we win this grant, that you'll work with us to help us figure out how to come up with this money. As a small station, we can't make payments on that truck on our own. And unfortunately, FEMA doesn't want everybody applying, winning the grant, and then trying to figure out if you can get the money at that point and wasting their time and resources. We have put, I can't tell you how many hundreds of man hours into gathering the information, working on this grant, specing these trucks, getting bids, and going back and forth, trying to figure out how to get the best equipment that we can do to provide for the safest coverage we can provide for the citizens and taxpayers, not just of Calhoun, but all of Calhoun County. This truck would be a resource that would allow us to serve the industrial growth and the commercial corridor that's coming with the future of warehouses and buildings coming to all of our county, as well as take care of the residential needs of our area, and doing it with safety for our firefighters so that we can go home to our families at the end of the call. I appreciate your time and listening to us tonight. I hope you'll go back and talk about this and see if there's something you can do to help us and the citizens of our area. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, members of the commission. We'll take it under consideration. We're down to resolutions. We have Resolution 21-2023, a resolution authorizing the technical amendments to the 2018 fee in lieu of ad valorem tax agreement between Calhoun County, South Carolina, and Lone Star Solar LLC to modify the definition of investments prior and other related matters. Councilman Carson has a conflict, and he told me, Carson, Mr.
Yeah, I'd like to recluse myself from this vote because I'm tied to Lone Star Solar.
Okay, that's fine. Okay,
You need a.
I need a motion, yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we adopt Resolution 21-2023.
Need a second.
Second.
Properly moving, second that we adopt Resolution 2021-23. Any further discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, likewise, the ayes have it. Okay, I think we have to get approval on down to the
Yes.
second, yeah, the second.
The second one is the amendment to that fee in lieu that you just voted on.
Okay, we need a motion for approval of the amendment to fee in lieu of ad valorem taxes agreement, Lone Star Solar.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we amend the fee in lieu of ad valorem tax agreement. We're dealing with Lone Star Solar to reflect the resolution that was passed previously.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, likewise, the ayes have it. Okay, under new business, we have approval of the 2024 council meeting schedule.
Did
I think everybody got a copy of that. Is it-
Okay, yeah, there were a few days in there that we had to change, to bounce from Monday to Tuesday because of holidays. And then there was one in August that we skipped, so, those were the changes.
Okay,
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the 2024 council meeting schedule as presented.
we have a second.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, likewise, the ayes have it. John, we down to you.
All right, sir, thank you. I've just got one thing, council, that I'm pleased to be able to bring in front of you this afternoon. So the Department of Revenue ranks each county every year for job tax credits, for fee in lieu of property taxes, and then if any counties qualify for a tax moratorium. For the last 3 years, Calhoun County has been considered a Tier 2 county in the state, which I never personally agreed with because we're in the same grouping with Spartanburg, Georgetown, Anderson, Richland, picking some of the larger counties. But it's based completely off of the per capita income as well as the unemployment rate for each county. But that tier 2 would only allow Calhoun County to be able to apply for jobs tax credit of $2,750 per year per job, all right? A little over $2,000 that would go back to the company based on how many jobs they create. Now that they've gone back and revised it, we are considered a tier 3 county, along with Chester, Clarendon, Colleton, Darlington, Fairfield, Greenwood, Hampton, Horry, Lawrence, McCormick, and Sumter. What tier 3 will give us, instead of the $2,700, we get $20,250 per person per year, okay? That's a huge jump between those classes, those tiers. It used to be, back when I started, it was considered the developed and the non-developed counties. And they got away from those terms and went to the tier. But I just want to let you know that we were approved as of last week as a tier 3 county, which will ring the register for our companies that want to come into Calhoun County. Now we can offer them $20,000 per job versus roughly $3,000, $2,700. So I am pleased to hear that, and certainly that'll go a long way toward developing Calhoun County. And that's it, Mr. Chairman.
All righty, any other council member have anything they'd like to say? Okay, I'd entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moving second for adjournment. Any further discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, likewise, the ayes have it. Okay, thank you all for coming. Mr. Williams, could I see you a minute?